Hello, everybody. Welcome to Splat Chat. Yeah, I guess so.
Dude,
it's time to go.
I guess it's time to go. We all of us are the hosts together. We are all here together. Well, we have a couple things to talk about, I think.
Yeah.
We have a couple things planned, a couple of sessions to yap about,
Do we? Are we sure?
It's a mystery for you guys. It's a mystery for you guys. You guys can figure it out. Who are you people? Do you want to introduce yourselves?
Guys, I don't know what we have planned. What do we have?
Didn't you hear it like 3 times right before this happened?
No? No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I know.
That's the fun thing. The fun thing is just making stuff
closed.
Yeah. In one ear, out the other.
All you heard is that you can say fuck. Okay, I hear it, Katie.
Okay, no.
We can't say fuck. So, I mean, we can legally say it. It's no biggie.
We're allowed? Okay, that's pretty cool. Anyway.
Okay, 3 of us can, 1 of us can't.
Wait, which one can't?
That's for you to find out.
We have to figure it out.
On an official broadcast.
I can say fuck.
Okay, we figured that out. So now now we have a 1 in 3 chance of knowing who can and can't.
Yeah, exactly.
My bets are on Rays, honestly.
Why can't I say it?
Can we vote him out?
I don't think that's a good idea this early on.
No
we have to wait for a little
way.
more information.
Man, you can't eject me yet.
We can just skip the vote for now. It's fine.
Wait till we see him scan or not.
So, guys, the game is Splatoon, right?
Right. That's true. Splatoon.
Yeah.
So, what if we do you guys have a hopium for like third kids?
Please, Sheldon's picks. Please.
Yes!
Please.
Splatoon 3 perfect Splatoon game. If Sheldon's picks, that's all we need.
I want my Heavy remix back. Please give Heavy a real kit. Please. I just need a real kit, and that's all. I'm Heavy
I want a
Splat.
third kit for Dynamo.
I would say number 1. You have a third kit. What are you talking about?
Has 3 kits.
Third kit literally has no real weaknesses. What are you talking about?
Oh, this is greed. This is literal greed.
Yeah,
we can't talk about this, or the stream will be 3 hours long.
Oh man. Yeah.
Okay, well, I want Heavy remix, and I want it to have Wall and Booyah.
See, I feel like I'm gonna get jumped for saying that I want like Sprinkler Rain E-liter, and I feel like the people are gonna jump me.
I feel like people are gonna jump you for wanting Sprinkler on E-liter because Pen already has Sprinkler, and then like people are gonna be like, oh, yeah.
I think having more
why you want all
Chargers
Chargers has Sprinkler?
At
Splat Charger has Sprinkler.
At least it wasn't Burst Bomb. Anyone who says they want Burst Bomb E-liter, it clearly didn't play Splatoon 1.
Oh no.
Raze, I'm so glad there's someone here that like has some common sense when it comes to the game with Splatoon 3. Because I don't think you understand. Like I tweak out every time someone's like, yeah, I want Burst Bomb on leader. And I
No, you don't. No, you don't. You do not want Burst Bomb on leader. If they want Burst Bomb on leader, they're a leader player.
Yes, correct.
No, I don't want it. I'm a leader player. I don't want it.
Okay, that's.
I don't want it.
Well, I think that it would be really funny if they just gave leader a really long kit and gave it Dart Zipcaster.
Zipcaster leader. Then you can go super. You can go super high. They won't know what killed them. It'd be so funny.
Yeah.
It's just like, hey man.
Or like if somebody's coming up to you, you can just kind of leave. Well, I guess you have to come back because of the recall, but it would be really funny.
Cranes on top of crab leg or something.
It would be really funny.
If they removed like the charge time, like the
no,
what's it called, the debuff, and like not the charge time. So the you know how it decreases when you jump. I can word, I promise. If they remove that during Zipcaster, it'd be really funny. That's in a theoretical sense. I do not want this kit.
You want E-liter?
Otherwise, you get one shot.
Fully charging a shot as you zoom through the air with Zipcaster and pulling up the sickest trick shot known to man.
That one person that does like 360s with the YouTuber.
If people think swords are a problem, that would be a war crime.
I'm not saying this should actually happen. I'm just saying it would be really funny if they gave the longest range weapon more long things. Kind of like how like it would be really funny if Tent got like Wall and Big Bubbler, I guess, because that's 3 walls, right? Like,
yeah, I mean,
it's overkill.
That's 2. It did have Wall, or one of its kids did, I think.
It had Wall, and it was like somebody was like, it'd be really funny if it had an armor. It didn't have armor. It only had 2 walls, not 3 walls. But like, that would have been absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, but yeah, like a 10 that gets Big Bubble is just Shadow Wind is salivating.
Yeah, I know. I almost said armor, and I was like, oh wait, what's the most wall-like thing we have? I mean, screen is a wall, but it's not like an actual wall. So like,
no, it's not a tangible object.
No, that's right. You just go right through it, and then when you go through it, your eyes and ears get fried to a crisp in boiling oil, and you never want to play the game again.
Dude, screen. Man, I have like a really weird experience with screen because like, why am I suddenly okay? I don't have a lower half. Anyways, besides the point. I had such a weird experience with screen because at some point it went from hurting my ears and then one day it just never existed. They changed nothing from crispy ears to like normal ears. Yeah, I'm so serious. I don't. You
just developed like immunity to it or something, I guess.
Genuinely,
got fried one too many times.
Allergies changing. It's crazy.
The season changed simply.
The planet shifted and aligned.
When we all go quiet,
I don't know
because we're all thinking about the planets aligning having to do with the balance of Splatoon 3 for the Nintendo Switch, and I don't think any of us like the conclusions that we jumped to.
Mercury was just an what does that mean, dude? What is
no? Imagine. Elier gets more range based on the position of Jupiter. Like that's.
Oh my god! It's like the tides of like the moon, the moon's rotation affecting Elier's range.
Wait, this is tech.
Like oh, it's not. It's the 22nd day of the month. I can't play roller because it does no damage. Like.
Oh no!
I mean, I guess that makes the meta ever changing.
TOs would get requests to change their date of their tournaments all the time. Like Loink runs around the same time of every month. And so like people would be like, please, can you hold Loink on a different week? I want to play my main this time. And then APL would be like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, Popgun would literally go, what are you yapping about?
And then your alarm call goes off, you know.
Popgun would specifically schedule it where the meta weapons would not be meta in the moon's rotation to make it funnier for.
No, Popgun wouldn't care. People think Popgun does what Popgun does to be antagonistic. No, he just doesn't care. That's it.
It's just
you would just go L.
Yeah.
That's all. Like JPEG would try to be funny about it if he was still running low inks, but Popgun is just like, what's wrong with you hooligans?
I can't believe we're headcanoning low ink TOs.
Yeah.
What does this world come to?
It's funny because I'm gonna get a message from Popgun about it later, probably.
Low ink fan fiction goes crazy on
crazy.
Oh god! I mean, there are mascots for the tournaments. Do you remember back in Splatoon 2 when there was a surge of artists creating personas for teams and then shipping them? Or is that just a me thing? Okay, this was a thing that's what I'm saying. Back in Splatoon 2, there was like it started with a couple of teams that had like artists that made like humanoid personifications of the team logos and then shipped them as a joke, and then a bunch of other teams or artists decided to create human like Kajinkas for their teams.
It's like
but tournaments, because a lot of tournaments and orgs have mascots. I mean, IPL's Radia, MIT has Libra, right? Dapple has I don't actually know. It's got a name, but I don't remember. But Dapple's got a mascot. So like theoretically you could.
My team could actually kind of bring this back because we have a running gag with another team that we scrim a lot, that our teams are Team Yuri. And the one time we scrimmed against each other, we played really well in NA League right after because we did it right before. So that might help with branding. Everybody loves that bit. So I mean, maybe.
Hey, do any teams in the top 8 of like NA League want to like design some characters so I can make them kiss?
Hey, commission me. My commissions are fully open, gang. Just they're on my Sendu page. I think it says they're closed right now, but they're open if any teams want to hit me up for Team Yuri.
Team Yuri.
I will sketch look, you make the designs, I will sketch the Yuri. I'll make them kiss.
I'll design them for you, straight up.
Hell yeah, that's what we're talking about.
What have we done?
Artists do a collab the old-fashioned way.
I mean, it's like, again, crazy artist collabs were a thing. Y'all remember the Maid Cafe server? Like, that was awesome.
I need that
Yeah.
back. I need an excuse to like draw maid outfits again. They're kind of cute. Like unironically,
They are
maid
cute.
outfits
Loki,
are
I kind of
cute.
I want to see a maid server brought back. That was a lot of
I
fun.
haven't seen one since Jack's Amazing Digital Circus. Yeah.
Oh my god!
What?
I have an idea.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
I know what today. I know what next week's prompt is gonna be.
Oh boy.
For what?
That's all you need to know.
Oh no.
Oh man, we've gotten off track.
Were we talking about third kits?
Yeah, we were talking about third.
yeah.
These are the third kits, I think.
Okay, I have a crazy idea for Dynamo. It's the most. Actually, it's very sane.
Dynamo already
Dynamo-
has a third kit.
It doesn't.
It has
does
no
not.
real weaknesses.
There's an illusion happening here.
It gets buffed, but because it has no sub and special. Yes, that one does. But Zipcaster Dynamo. Please.
Oh, good heavens.
It would be so
What?
funny.
And what's
It would
the
be-
sub weapon? What's the sub weapon on this hypothetical Zipcaster Dynamo?
A dart, because that would just be great for Dynamo in general. Dart would just be great. It's better than Burst Bomb for Dynamo, but yes. Zipcast. Imagine somebody with a giant metal pole coming at you from the sky and just whacking you on top of the head. It'd be so funny.
How would you even time that correctly?
That
I guess
tank
you'd
was
start
so
swinging
crazy
mid-air.
360s.
that I think OBS died.
Oh no.
Are you serious?
Look
Are
at the
you serious?
pixelation on
No, our
the-
cams are frozen. At least on the Discord preview, they are. Or I could just be hallucinating.
I think you might be
I think it's
hallucinating.
Okay, cool. No. So it was just so crazy that it just broke me. Cool. Love
Ah.
that.
You broke Rays, dude. Like you killed them. They were shot out back.
Yeah. I'm just gone. That's it. It's cooked. It's over.
Glad to
Have
see that we're having
250
Splat
pounds
chat with these three guests here at me, Fufu, and Troy. That's great to see.
Exactly.
You know, we don't talk. We lost one. It's okay.
R.I.P. Sometimes you can still hear
that's-
their voice.
That's why Rays can't say fuck, because they're not even there.
Ah!
And it all comes back together.
Yeah,
It
it's
all
this
comes back.
time is a flat circle, gang.
Period.
Oh, yes, it is.
Did we all get to talk about third kits that we want to see? I know I mentioned my heavy kit. We got the Dynamo and
Okay. Out of all of our hypothetical kits, can we like vote to like throw droid? Vote droid.
Yes, I agree.
sure,
I'm
yeah.
so sorry.
That's
Wait,
not a third
that was
kit.
friendly fire for no reason. I'm so sorry, actually. Yeah, so like the NA League,
I
right?
didn't say Burst Bomb leader, at least. At least I didn't say that.
That's true. That's true.
Talking about Zipcaster!
I know Zipcaster is better than Burst Bomb Leader. Hot take.
Okay,
No.
you know what? I put them on the same scale.
Really.
Maybe. What?
2 pounds and
I'm
both
gonna get
health.
crucified. That's so real. The illusion.
Hey
of
man,
choice.
on a scale of wall heavy to Burst Bomb E Leader, how are you feeling today? I'm feeling about Zipcaster Dynamo myself.
Oh, good heavens.
Dude, this is not good. We're not surviving these next 2 hours, dude.
No,
I'm
we're
so
not.
I am. I don't know about y'all, but I'm fine. Dude,
I
I
think I
did 7
understand.
hours on that Nintendo broadcast for NA League. I am chilling.
You know
Oh,
what? You're
yeah.
so right. That is like Nagami's strongest soldier right there.
Because like we got on a good time before the stream actually starts to start prepping and like look over ladder results and talk about what we're gonna say and stuff. So like I was on call longer than that actual broadcast.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
shit.
longer today. Last one too. It was the longest yet. I have to download
was the
the
longest
full VOD
yet.
every time. Yeah.
We had so many game 5s. I think we had a game 3 and a game 4 on stream, which was reset, and then everything else was game 5s.
Oh,
It was so
that's a
long.
caster's worst nightmare.
One time I
Caster's
commentated a
worst
game
nightmare.
14 in Grands. So
Yeah. Wait, was
Yep.
that?
it was midpoint
Okay.
draft cup. They had best of 7 Grands and it went to game 14, and then the
Oh.
K-Gal player went absolutely bonkers, got a 7 kill streak and just knocked out the game.
For a second,
What the
I think
hell?
for one Riptide, we did best of 7s, and that happened. And we
Ugh.
were just like, never
Best of
again.
7?
Well,
No.
it probably would have been before I had day 3 blocks, because I've only had day 3 blocks the last 2 Riptides. The 3 before that, I think I had day 2 or day 1 blocks.
Yeah, best of 7s are those things that people think they want, but they don't actually.
No, you don't. You do not want a
Yeah.
best of 7 in Splatoon ever. Keep your grands to
Yeah.
best of 5s. Keep your losers rounds to best of 3s. And yay, everybody happy.
Well, yeah, for longer grand finals blocks, that's why you do counter picks. So the teams don't actually play more games. It just kind of feels like it. They're pretend. It's
Yeah,
a
or you could pull an
placebo.
NA league and have every game be counter pick. Actually, I do think it's very interesting that they do the
I liked
counter pick
it.
time. I like it a lot. Just sometimes it takes a little time is all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My team specifically has ours set up for every map and mode ready. Like we have 2 or 3 options for every mode, just so we're ready and can go fast, because you have to go fast in ladder. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
Dude.
Anyway, how about that NA league bracket?
Oh yeah, the NA league bracket. Okay.
Yeah, there it is again. Yeah.
Oh, wait, never mind. I take it. Okay, you have something you want to talk about what happened last time.
Okay, so much happened. I'll talk about my specific point that I wanted to bring up, which was Moonlight beating Milky Way. Hello, like that set was absolutely crazy. It went to a game 5. It was one of our game 5 sets, first of all. But the method in which they pulled it off was incredible. At the beginning of the Undertow Rainmakers game, I said, every time I see this map mode combination, I hold out hope that somebody's going to go on the right checkpoint, because I think it's really funny when people take the like less favored path in Rainmaker. And they weren't. Milky Way had the Rainmaker and was winning and backed up to do like, the keep it safe strategy, and for some reason or another fell off the back of the map.
no.
And so that reset the Rainmaker and gave overtime. And so Moonlight took that overtime and then used the VAC and the Bubbler to bring it to the right checkpoint and take the lead. I think this is a little earlier in this VOD. It wasn't their game 5. It wasn't their game 5. That's my bad. It was this game. This is correct. This is where it was.
Dude.
Vanilla Dapples. How popular are they?
It's getting
They're
a lot more
common?
popular. They're common
In NA
on. Well, they're common in NA League. They're common especially in comp on Urchin Underpass. And I think just because of big, and I think just because of like everything else, that's why it's been making a resurgence. But anyway, here's where Milky Way picks it up. And I'm pretty sure from here on out, they were going it back. We hypothesized on stream afterwards that Brand was like, oh shoot, I picked it up and backed off too early. But like, look here, Brand is just taking pot shots and falls off the back of the map with 10 seconds remaining. And we are going absolutely insane on the mic right now, because now Moonlight has picked up the Rainmaker and they're taking it to overtime, right? They're taking it to the right checkpoint. There is the VAC. They don't get on the right checkpoint and then put up the Bubbler, kill Jared in the bubble, and then take the lead to send it to the game. This was to send it to a game 5. That's right.
That bubble was perfectly placed.
It was a beautiful bubble.
Yeah, like Moonlight played incredibly well in that last game, but I do not think I have seen a more monumental throw ever.
I didn't want to say it, man. I really didn't want to say it, but you're just so right. Like, that looked like almost a purposeful joke.
No, that was a
It almost
reset.
looked like, yeah,
Like, I
we do
refuse
not
to
need
believe
reset
that Brand, one of the best players in North America, didn't intend for that to go off the map.
Right. Like,
It's
I was
funny.
like, I find it so hard to believe they intentionally they unintentionally slipped off the map, which leads me to think that like either they thought they backed up too fast or something, but like, because the Rainmaker timer had like 30 seconds on it, I was going down really quickly, and they had 10 seconds left of mid, and maybe they were saying, oh, if it resets, it's going to explode and leave paint for Moonlight. But like, I don't know, man. It still leaves me perplexed.
I don't know. What if
'cause-
Bro just dropped the controller?
Yeah,
Jumped on your lap.
That's the only situation, right? Like, because like they still had time. Like he could have backed it up even farther. Like I don't see a reason for Brand to want to reset, because like they were losing mid, but Moonlight wasn't threatening at all.
No, they weren't threatening the Rainmaker or anything.
So there's no reason to like reset or even be in a risky position at all, because what's going to kill you? Are you going to get Zuka from nowhere or something? But like, I don't think Moonlight has one of those.
Them and what Zuka, yeah.
So like, I don't see the reason why Brand should have been near the edge of the map at all, unless we're actually intentionally resetting. Because that Brand does not make that type of misplay. Anyone who's playing in the top 8 of the NA League does not make that type of misplay. They're not going somewhere unless they're doing something intentionally, or they're having the idea of doing something intentionally. So
then what could possibly be the reasoning to do that intentionally is what
it doesn't make sense.
Is perplexing me. It's like,
was it to hype up the set? Maybe they wanted it to go to game 5. I don't know. Sometimes teams do that just to make it like more exciting, get more people talking about it. Like
put on a show, I mean do your best and give it your all. I don't mean artificially engineer to do more playtime. I don't mean it literally.
Yeah, the only team I've ever known to do that in like grand finals was when FT Win could not lose a tournament if they tried. In like S2.
Yeah, they were
sometimes they would like drop a game and like
actively taking like trip picks in the middle of the.
Yeah.
Do you remember that back in Splatoon? Was it FT Win? There was a team on Inkblot Art Academy. It was tower control. The score was 2-3, and the team with 2 remaining took a drip pick while the other team was pushing and lost the game because of that. I do not remember who this was because it was so long ago.
I remember that game. Wasn't it like the World Championship or something?
It was It was a very large.
It was like an NA League game or like a World Championship qualification game. I think it might have been PAX or something. Actually.
Oh, maybe. But I know because I wasn't very into, like, I wasn't even commentating at that point, right? I was an observer, and I remember that so fiercely.
I think it was PAX is my guess. Someone else will know for sure, but I think, yeah.
That moment is seared into my mind forever. That and the Schellendorf Institute Tower game that was super close. I believe that was like a Worlds game or something along those lines, but... Yeah, so
I played Schellendorf from my head because that was a map of all time.
I miss Schellendorf. Hot take.
That is a hot take.
Blow you up.
And we're just gonna leave that one there. You know,
I'm a Splatling player. Kill me or whatever you want to do, but I liked it. I liked running around up there and being uncontested. Haha.
This is like the same thing as saying like an e-leader player saying they like Hammerhead. Same thing.
True.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Let me have
like a Slosher player saying they like Mako Mart. Like,
yeah.
For real. We all have our biases. It's okay.
And players saying they like crab leg, blah blah blah. Yeah.
Yeah. We keep the list going.
Speaking of crab leg, indeed.
I love leader.
The ending of this game was actually hilarious. Like, I don't know if I've ever seen a leader player just use their body as a weapon in the end.
More players should do that in general.
It's awesome. Like the sheer surprise of just like throwing yourself at the enemy is very funny. It reminds me of how like people will run around with Wave Breaker equipped because Wave does melee damage, and so like the image of like a heavy Splatling or an E-later angrily running around with the Wave Breaker online is incredible to me.
I think like my favorite like pastime is literally just running at blasters for the sake of running at them with the leader if they get too close. That's a beautiful jump, by the way. I'm sorry, I just saw that.
It was. We said exactly the same thing on comms when we were talking about. They were like, that jump was perfectly executed. It was actually incredible. Like there's so many just like teeny tiny plays. I think there's one where we see like a backwards jump onto a grate that we talked about for a while. It's a little later in the game, but so much of this is just mechanically like these players really mechanically showing off. Like that one right there, the team combination of pushing Q backwards out of the block so Basil could fully just easily take the shot. That was another one that we also highlighted on stream because it's such an example of like what team play looks like.
Yeah.
Dude, I really like Moonlight because
yes.
The way they play with the leader, and like I've talked about it before. I don't know if you guys ever heard the leader rant TM where Pencil kind of became a crutch and people don't really know how to play with one-shot anchors anymore, or anchors in general. We lost the art. So now when people want to get a leader to play, it's kind of a skill issue depending on your comp. If you have the comp for it and you can't run it, it's a skill issue. And that's why I really like Moonlight, because I'm like, you guys can play the art of leader and it restores my hope.
Yes. Is this what we were talking about? No, it's later in. Maybe. It might be Shadow running rampant here. I do really want to highlight this backward jump when we see it, but we might also already have passed it.
Yeah.
No, I think it's now. Yeah, you can see Nolan like really far up right now.
Yeah, no, Fufu, I agree with you though. I think leader is I've just been a pen hater in general, and I agree with you though that I think a lot of people forgot how to play with a not pen, because with a pen you can just kind of forget your fundies and it's fine. But as soon as you don't have a pen that's just going to like spoon feed you cooler and then give you like oodles of damage on the front line, and you have to play a foundationally solid game, everything changes.
You know what I just realized? I've barely ever played with pen on my team in a competitive setting. You know why? Because I play headed. And you don't play, and that's what I'm saying. You don't, or at least I'm the cooler, right? You don't play pen and headed together. So it's like, in 8s and everything, we always separate each other. See, here's where Basil just kind of throws herself fully at the tower, like, hello, like.
Skirmishing with leader is very impressive.
It's fun. It's silly. You can do some really silly stuff with leader when people don't expect it. The mines are a great tool. I like also seeing the mines being used well, because like the vanilla kit is good. I actually kind of don't like the custom leader as much as vanilla. Oh, it's you! And I think just being able to use all aspects, use the mines, use the wave to your advantage, and seeing a player like Basil just use the weapon in its entirety and see her team work around that and give her what she needs. Heals my soul, man. I want to pick up leader again, but you just gotta find players that know what they're doing, because if you can't play with the one-shot charger, don't even think about playing with a pen. Learn the fundamentals of playing with a charger before you think about playing with pen.
I hear you and I recognize you, but I cannot take you seriously with the Pikmin going whoa in the background.
That's real. That's so real.
I'm over here crashing out, and they're like, Pikmin!
I keep looking at them and their stupid little flowers going, woo. I
hear a song randomly playing when I see the Pikmin. Like any random song from Instagram Reels or something to the beat of them dancing.
I have.
I guess what song? It's in the back. Oh,
I was gonna say my phone's. Oh yeah, I got the sticker of the shark on my phone. My phone's notification sound is Pikmin, and it is a huge interrupter to any conversation I ever have.
Oh my god! If I had like the bougie nitro, I would 100% set my joint sound as the little Pikmin. Like, I think Shiny has it as that, but
100%.
I don't care. I'll steal. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have it, and I do not care. I'm stealing their swag. Our swag now. So much.
Okay, NA League, at risk of getting too off track again. We talked about Moonlight's incredible run. It was really good placement for them, third, right? That's where they ended up at the end.
Yeah, that's their highest yet for sure.
Highest yet, and that also cements them for playoffs. Not that they weren't already, but.
Okay, I want to hear about the final set where FT Win lost. Why did they lose? Did they just get outplayed? Were they not strategically up to snuff? Like, what do we think's the deal there? I also just like talking about FT Win because it's convenient. Everyone knows who they are.
To be fair, you are right about it. Oh, you didn't remember? Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you guys this. Like, you didn't watch. Yeah, this is when the lobby just exploded. And Kyo was just kind of running around at the end, being the last one left. And we were just like, oh, well, there goes everybody. Hey, I'm wearing the same jacket as I am in the
continuity.
Yeah, I gotta get the cat ears. Oh crap! Here?
Where are they? Get them! It's branding. Yeah.
Keep it up like a cartoon character. You have to wear the same fit when you're in a talk show like this.
They can't change my design too much, or else I won't be recognizable.
The fan art won't
Oh.
work anymore.
That's exactly. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now we know who I am.
I'm
Okay.
just gonna air out a pet peeve here real quick.
Yeah.
If we back it up like 10 seconds, we watch Bran get cooler, walk up to the ledge, shoot twice, jump away, 10 feet away from the ledge, and then walk back up to the ledge. I'm gonna ask us a real question. Why did we jump away from the ledge? Why don't we just stay there?
And go back to the ledge.
Oh, you're all
Yeah, no, this. We jump away from the ledge, land 2 feet away from it to go instantly back to the ledge. Why did we jump away from the ledge? Why didn't we just stay there?
Milky Way jumps a lot.
They do. And I'm saying
like probably the most out of any team I've ever watched.
I like it though, because it shows how you can do that a lot more to just dodge individual shots, which they don't expect. The other team doesn't expect you to do that. Instead of just using it as a get out tool, it's used as a just dodging mechanic, like an extra evading tool, like
It's also something you can do when you're coolered and never anytime else.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like we lose all our pressure on ledge.
Right, exactly.
Like,
yeah, I agree with you there.
He becomes vulnerable to remove himself from a position that he then instantly retakes. If there's any single player in mid, or even someone who's just like remotely nearby, Bran dies.
And that makes the jump campable as well.
Yeah, like I recognize it using it to dodge shots and things like that, but I also think when I watch a lot of top level Splatoon, I think sometimes top players do it too much because they've ingrained it so deep into their idea of, oh, this makes me a really good player, that they're not thinking about the consequences of their actions when they do it. Right? Like jumping away from a crab makes a ton of sense. But if I'm jumping away from a position to just instantly go back to that position, that's not smart. That's just a waste of time.
I have to agree. Mikey.
It does kind of like, it's kind of like show offy, like you're trying to like it does look good when it does those really good plays where you go to the side a little bit and then you hit a direct with a blaster or something, but it's definitely way overdone in some cases for sure.
Oh, this was everyone's really good Rainmaker game where they almost knocked out.
Did they win?
It's very early on.
Can I just say the FT win comp is, I really like it. I think it looks really good.
Oh yeah, seeing the Rapid come out was definitely a joy here. I mean, like, Rafe playing that, very, very interesting. I mean, for the VAC, of course, but I mean, I just love seeing Rapid gameplay in general. I think it's such a refreshing change from, oh yeah, that's fun. But you know, classic VAC gameplay here, nothing entirely new. It was really just FT win having a very good and well-coordinated push.
Well, yeah, it's like their comp is really flexible. Like Rapid Pro gives them so much defensive power with Mist, right? So like it forces Milky Way. Milky Way can't cross the hop, like they can't jump over checkpoint. And then if they go to the far left side, Biscuit can just drop Mist on the ramp, and it's just so hard to push through, right? And then the rest of the team also synergizes really well. Like Rapid Pro does 35, I think, on indirect, right? And so that's a slosher direct.
Missing that jump down, by the way, not landing on the ground and having the Rainmaker still stay on that top ledge was pretty important there.
Yeah.
It's just really
like that.
In period.
Also, the object damage that FT Win has is so crazy with Dapples. And like beacons are also so good for Rainmaker specifically.
Beacons are so good. Yeah. Just the ability to have beacons and get around the map really quickly like that.
Yeah,
I think it's part of the reason why those red Dapples are becoming so popular recently, especially in NA League. I feel like I'm seeing a higher incidence of it here than any other tournament that I've been looking at.
Yeah. Well, and I think they're so good.
I think the introduction to them, like the experimentation when Urchin, is it Urchin?
Yes, it's Urchin. Very much that. When Urchin I agree with catapulted it out. It was coming out a lot, especially in Urchin Rainmaker, just because, Rainmaker fast, but also still has cooler, and then has those beacons because Urchin is massive. So, and then I think after that, people started realizing, hey, wait, this is a really good weapon.
The flexible.
Wait a second. You're telling me like the third highest object damage in the game is really good? No way.
And on Rainmaker, nonetheless.
Yeah.
You don't say.
Gasp. Shocked expression.
I feel like it's really cool how so many different weapons got, not like a lot, but a lot more than you'd expect, got to have their moment to shine because of Urchin Underpass, a singular map coming out at one time. Because it was just one map, it was used a lot more in comp than like two maps coming out. So that, because we always try to use the new maps in tournaments and stuff, but it let Dapples and Rapid and other things try to get back into the meta, or into the meta for the first time when they weren't able to before because nobody was looking at it.
Yeah,
we wanted this push to work so bad on stream, but like you see the mist,
and now
it's
you can't push.
It's so oppressive. Combination of mist and strikes just completely prevents Brand from pushing here like up at all. And then the vac comes in, and that's just kind of like nail in the coffin type deal, you know?
Yeah.
I also like how they're moving this Rainmaker a lot because they're not afraid to step back as this. Like, I feel like a lot of people are scared to physically take steps back to preserve the rain and instead like choose to stay in the position or move forward. So I do like that little bit of moving. Although it did leave, they lost because obviously the comp was good, but
we are still watching on 1.5 times speed, right?
Yeah.
Because I was looking at this and I went, this just looks like a regular Splatoon game to me.
I know, right?
Sometimes it does.
Yeah. But like, I kind of disagree with not enough people step back. I think my problem generally when I watch a lot of Rainmaker gameplay is not enough teams step forward. So, and also not enough people I don't think enough people are willing to just push, like throw the Rainmaker forward just to stand still themselves.
I think the problems
it's like
kind of invert themselves depending on the level that you watch or play at. Because I'm very much a low level player, and in my I watch low level stuff, and in my experience, a lot of people will panic and run the Rainmaker forward immediately as soon as they pick it up without waiting for support from their teammates or paint or anything, and that can be a downfall. But then like as we saw, you could also kind of just play too cautiously and not move it up when you have the space to.
Yeah, and part of that comes with like being a solid Rainmaker player, right? Understanding that timing. But like my general philosophy is pushing forward is never going to be a bad thing. Now, that being said, there are some times when your team needs to abandon you. Like that's one thing that I don't think is used nearly enough is this thing that I call economy pushes, where your Rainmaker just runs forward with and gets no resources. And that's by design so that the rest of the team can like capture the map and set up like a somewhat solid 3v4 defense by getting a special or two to kind of reset to neutral. Like that's something that I don't see a lot of that I would like to see more of.
There's a lot you can do with Rainmaker, and like just treading a lot of like the fine lines, of course, like the moving forward, moving backwards. Because I agree, some people will not go and jump into the fire either, and that's a problem in on itself. It's probably the first problem more than people sticking back, as you said. But yeah, there's just a lot of things you can do with it, and it makes me kind of sad that people don't want to play it. I know like the mode has its flaws, and I feel like there could be small portions that could be fixed. That being said, I think it is a great mode to test team play and strategies, and we should not be abolishing that because I know that was a conversation a bit ago.
Yeah. Well, and also one more thing on Rainmaker. It is, I think, defensively, it's the hardest mode to play. And that's one thing that players don't like about it is that because it is so defensively challenging, if you get wiped out once, you can potentially just lose the game on the spot. And players don't like that. And I understand that. But like when we take a step back and recognize that it is a defensive game mode in that if you are a really, really strong defensive team, if you're well coordinated and you never get KO'd, it's a really fun mode to watch.
I think that actually relates,
in my opinion.
I think players don't like Rainmaker in that reason, in the same way that they don't like Turf War, because you do have to be defensive and not get wiped, or else you get quote unquote Turf War'd. Like that's very alike to the Rainmaker. Like you have to have a lot more defense than you have to have on zones or tower because there's a timer going down. You have time, but it's such a changing variable in Turf War and Rainmaker that make them a little scarier to have to defend on for sure.
Oh fuck, Truth Nuke.
Yeah, it sounds like from a player standpoint, it sounds really unfair if it's just like you can get wiped out once and instantly lose this mode. But when you take a step back, like in this game, getting wiped out is pretty much the worst possible situation you can be in. Like that is the bottom of places that you want to be. And so it should be about not doing that, right? If you reach the worst place you can be, it kind of makes sense that ends up in the worst consequence, aka you get KO'd.
Yeah. And like
I think it also goes back to strategy as well. You
Yes.
have to prepare and be aware of that and make the adjustments in your strategy and or comp to handle that, you know?
Yeah, and like that's also one thing is that, and I don't know if that opinion, if what I'm about to say is still entirely true, but when the NA League was first coming around and Turf War got included and teams started scrimming it, there was this moment of, wait a second, Turf isn't as bad as we thought it was. We just didn't like it and refused to play and acknowledge it. And I'm wondering, is that sentiment still more or less the same? Like, is Turf War, has the NA League slowly made Turf War and now kind of Rainmaker more socially palatable? Or is it still kind of locked in, we don't like you jail because we'd rather just stay at our Splat zones only tournaments?
I think it is the biggest step that we've had in a long time to getting Turf War out of I don't like you jail, especially since before this whole like league thing, a lot of the Nintendo Turf War tournaments were best of 3 single elimination Turf War only, which was not everybody's favorite experience to play through, or not a lot of them, but like some of them. You know,
a good first taste.
That was my first taste of competitive Splatoon. I'm glad I kept going, but man, I might not have. Not to. It's just as a first thing. It's kind of as a first tournament experience. It was a little disheartening to play for 6 minutes and then go home and be like, okay. But I do think that like bringing it into the NA League and actually watching it and have commentary and have top teams figuring out how to do it and seeing refluxes every single game are showing people that, hey, actually it is an interesting thing to play.
I think like also the introduction of Turf War makes it a little bit more accessible to new players that may find ranked pretty daunting as well, to help bridge that as well might be another reason why they put it in there, because they could have very well just eliminated it entirely.
True.
I think adding Turf War to best of fives makes best of fives a lot more interesting and a lot more competitively viable.
Yes.
Personally.
Yes. They are so much more interesting to watch when they're not like bookended by the modes and you know where you're going back at the end.
Yeah. Because I personally, and this is kind of a bone I have to pick with SOS too, that I don't like doing zones preferred anything. Because if it's zones preferred, that means I can just go play zones only, and I won't have to have any of the downsides of playing zones only. I can, in my best of 3, if I'm going to play 2 zones games, what's the purpose of playing a TC game if it's not actually going to matter over the course of the tournament? So I think zones preferred in general, in my opinion, if you're going to do zones preferred, you should just run zones only. But that's, I feel like, a hot topic for a different day.
Yeah. It does also, like, especially with the no repetition of maps or modes allowed rule of the league, make the counterpicking strategy a lot more interesting, because some teams will, like, when they have, you know, the power to pick the mode, immediately pick Turf War to have like set the tone of the set. Some teams prefer to like leave it to the end of the set, and we saw that a little bit with like some, like, I know when Milky Way was picking against Moonlight, they did not pick tower control for either of their picks. Probably, and we were debating whether it's because like maybe they know that Moonlight would want to go for Mako Tower and put Basil on leader and just kind of run the whole show, right? And so they decided to they didn't pick. Tower wasn't played till the grab light game, and it's kind of similar with Turf War, where we're seeing different teams pick it at different points in the set.
And I think adding Turf, like, that's such an interesting strategy to go, when do I want to play it in the set? Because what you can do is if you're playing against a really aggressive team, you can use it to kind of slow them down because you're going to trap them in a game for 3 minutes, regardless of the outcome. Right? Like they can try to get to your spawn bubble or not, and but you have 3 minutes to breathe and use basically however you want. So you can use that
in the ditch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you could use that 3 minutes to like recollect yourself and then move on to like a ranked mode that you think you can actually like win on or have a better chance at if you want to just if you want to do that. Or if you're just a really strong defensive team and you've played a lot of turf war because you play it for fun or some other reason, it's just a free game. Like, because until the NA League, no one was playing turf war.
It really is, because I've seen some teams play specifically turf war either in their first or second game in NA League so often in the latter to the point where they just always win those games just because nobody else knows how to do it. Like a team did that against mine very often, and we had to specifically scrim against them doing turf war multiple times to finally beat them with it, even though we win the other ones. It's because turf war nobody knows how to do. If you just focus it, that helps. You could just get top 8 off of focusing that so much if you're on barely off the cusp of that, for sure.
Yeah, like
the art of turf war.
Yes, well, the art of Rainmaker too.
Sun Tzu's The Art of Turf War.
I really like how NA League has been doing all of this because it shows the wide variety of skills that you need to actually be a really, really good competitive player.
You know, I'm a big fan of making teams think more. I'm a really big fan. I'm kind of with you on that. I'm tired of zones only because, bitch, we got to start thinking. We got to be like using our heads because I think we've been brain rotted by like the zones only. I'm like,
the herder, paint square. Oh,
whoa, paint the square. And I'm like, I get it. I know it's like pretty consistent and you can do whatever you want, but where's the fun in that? It's not as fun to watch. It's like, oh no, they painted the square. Add some uncertainty into the mix. Make it fun.
So yeah, zones only is fine. I just don't want zones only. Like personally, I don't want zones only to become the competitive standard, because once it becomes said competitive standard, then it's going to be impossible to get back.
It's it'd just be one dimensional.
It'll be a loop of we play zones so we know how to play zones. Let's introduce a new mode, but everybody plays zones and nobody likes change. And nobody knows how to, and nobody wants to change to play that mode because they'd rather play zones.
Yeah, dude, the community chokes itself out. I swear to God.
Would like vanilla Dapple Dualies and Rapid Pro be seeing play in zones only? Maybe, but like probably not.
Yeah, especially the higher up you go. I feel like it's a given that like anything is possible and anything you will be seen at low level. Like if a weapon exists in the game, you'll see it on a low ink stream eventually. But
yeah,
it's the low ink rule, the low ink law, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But like when you get to top, especially how similar NA, or at least in historically how similar top NA comps have been. I know like there's a forever comparison going on in the community where we look at like area cup winning or top 8 or even top 16 or top 32, and we're like, look at these crazy comps, right? Double Dapples won area cup. Why aren't we doing this sort of thing? And then we have a long talk about how the NA scene talks about comp building and the JP scene talks about individual playmaking or whatever, and then the next week we go back to playing Pen, S Blast. What I was about to name Moonlight's comp, and I don't want to dog on them because their comp is great. But like, it's also like just a classic comp that you see a lot. And then people go, "Wait a minute, that thing in the middle of Wahoo Tower is a timer." And then it's all like that all over.
And then the cycle repeats.
Yeah,
literally, it's so sad that like the NA scene were specifically so scared of change. I'm like, I think it also stems from the fact that people don't want to lose, especially on the higher caliber. People don't want to lose. They don't want to play with new people. They don't want to let new people in. Sometimes, most of the time, Oops, I said it. Oops.
I mean, I think we're getting to change that. We have people in the community, and the NA League is another step towards that. With the inclusion of turf war and everything, it's just a problem that we have to be aware of as a community in order to start actively fixing it. It's why we have tournaments that cater to like junior draft and setting sail, that cater to entry and beginner levels. It's why that's the whole reason Low Inc was formed in the first place, to have a hub for low level teams, right? The whole reason that we're trying to make 8 servers, or even that we have tiering or divisions, is to make the community a place where people can be a part of.
Yeah,
that's true. Like low level, there is a lot of resource. I will say that, but there's a lot of resource. But the second you get to mid level and higher, your resources drain significantly. And at some point, I feel like the community chokes itself out. At some point, because people don't want to lose, result culture, yada yada yada, all that. And we always say that we're going to change it, but then it goes back to what it was. And as the NA League was a great source of consistent practice and a great way for teams that are rising to face teams at the top consistently. And we are about to lose that. What is going to happen when NA League is gone? There's a good chance we will end up back where we were if people don't start letting rising talent in.
Well, does anybody remember Midpoint? Launch Point and Midpoint that MIT had? I feel like we could really use a system like that again. And we're kind of dipping ourselves back into it with the whole 8s and everything, when we had, verifying private battle servers. But I feel like those were really good ways for players, especially in mid-level, to talk to each other and get practice in. And I know, of course, there's the fear of creating another Plus server, because that has a lot of talk about it being a popularity contest and everything too. But I think that system did work when it was in place.
Yeah. So also something to talk about this. A lot of people, I think, have this kind of misunderstanding that it's top level's job to kind of create, whether that's a composition and like test weapons and kind of push the envelope in that regard. That's not really what top level is designed to do, because when you're playing to be the best at something, you're taking something. Let's use Basil as an example. Basil is taking chargers and she's pushing them as far as she can logically go in the direction of being skilled at them. So when it comes to switching off the charger or the leader or the pencil, Basil is not going to want to do that because of how much time she has invested in it. So that's why when it comes to innovating and creating, when it comes to compositions and to some degree resources and testing, a lot of that actually needs to fall to the kind of +2 players who are really close to getting to the top, but need to do some self-discovery. Because also, I think too many people have this kind of philosophical hang-up of, if I play the best thing in the game, or what's perceived as the best, I'm going to be able to beat the best. That's generally not the case. You're not going to be able to beat FT Win on their comp because they're the best at it. They've played the most. They've played against Moonlight, against Milky Way, against Healthy Diet food groups so many times that they know all of the intricacies. You have to change something to learn to be better. And that's the only way you're going to overtake the people who are already kind of in control of the scene.
There's so many small things that add up to the bigger picture as well. Like from the mechanics, the small things, like taking this small movement that'll maybe save you half a second, but it can help you win an entire fight. Like there's so many small decisions that make these teams so good. And the margin feels small between high and top sometimes, but it's just those tiny little things that make that difference, really.
Yeah. Exactly. And yeah, and that's
Droid.
where-
We've been yapping for a while. Do you have anything to say on this topic?
I'm so sorry.
I got confused for a bit. There was some things talks about Splatoon 2 and stuff that I did not understand. So I was just saying quiet because I have not been in the comp community for long enough to understand.
Yeah, so I think I cut you off a little earlier. It is my bad. So feel free to like step on my toes whenever. But
I didn't have anything though. Not
okay,
sorry.
just making sure. Yeah, it's all good. Man, I don't like how long it's been since Splatoon 2 though. Like it's sometimes I'm like, wow, I've had my Switch for, and then I look at how long I've had my Switch for, and I've had it for 7 years, and I go, that's upsetting. That's really upsetting to hear.
Imagine how
It's been so
upsetting
long.
it was for me. So I've been filling out job applications and stuff like that. So I went to put my TOing experience on there.
Yeah.
Imagine how upsetting it was to figure out that I've almost been TOing for half my lifetime.
Oh.
Oh man, we're in the trenches, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, that was actually, I don't think it was half. I think it was a third.
That's
it was
still
a very
a lot.
large fraction. And I had this.
I've
moment where I
also
was
been
like,
TOing. I've been commentating for almost half my life. Or not half,
Yeah.
a third
Oh
of
my
my
God.
life. A third of my life.
I just had that moment of, oh wow. Oh, okay. I'm simultaneously very young and very old, and I don't know how to feel about that.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Because I feel like I get you in the very young and very old, but in the opposite direction. Because I am like a young person age wise. I'm an adult, but like I'm younger than I'm younger than a lot of the adults in this community. And then they go, "Wait, haven't you been around for forever?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I've been in this community since I was like 14," which is insane, right? And I like
Yeah.
this
We were the
funny
target
little
audience.
yeah, I mean, I was the target audience. Yeah, I was a gay middle schooler who had free time and liked squids, and I think that's about as on the nose as you can get. And I just happened to like this game enough to carry the interest. I mean, what I will say, like Splatoon literally got me into college. I wrote my Common App essay on Splatoon and commentating and the community and how it like. Commentating made me a more confident person and all of that, and that got me into where I am right now. So, like, this funny little squid video game literally got me into college. It's kind of crazy how long our community has been around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And time is a flat circle, and the same thing happens over and over again. All you have to do is just live through the cycle once, and then once you live through the cycle once, you can go, yeah, this is happening again.
It all goes back to the stupid squid game that has us all here.
Yay!
Here in the first place. Yay!
Yes, is the person with multiple things from a different Nintendo franchise in their avatar and background.
Oh man, I didn't feel like getting the little goober out. I have like this stupid little. Hold on, I'm gonna find a picture.
I have a little goober as well. Actually, I don't know if I have a picture of him saved here, but I think I can find. I have a little Splatoon goober. Anyway, let's see.
I found it.
We can talk about the season standings. Pull up your goober real quick. Let's take a look.
And let me show you my goober. Here's my goober. Yeah. He looks so stupid. It's the old design. That's why I was going to bring it up.
Oh, I love that. That's cute.
Yes, Google Chrome.
Google Chrome, my favorite goober. Google Chrome.
Mm-hmm,
oh yeah, there I am.
Perfect.
There's my goober.
There you go, stream.
His ears are kind of chopped, but it's okay.
Yeah. I'm looking at these standings, and I'm not really surprised by any of them.
Yeah.
Like this just seems very acceptable, very standard.
Very chill. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like there's no one who I'm like, I like who I'm wondering like, how did they get here? Like.
There's my goober.
I think it's before work engines. Oh, there's another goober.
This is my goober. I have the reactive so that it opens its mouth when it talks. Okay, but anyway, I'll hide it now.
I think it's cool to note how the gap between 9th and 10th is like 40 points. So at this point, there's barely going to be any change between the top 8 for sure. You would have to TZS would have to absolutely win this last week.
I know that TZS is looking to do that. They want to. I was talking with one of their members. They are gunning for at least 6 next week, just because they were unable to play last week.
For that.
And yeah, I know. They are going to try to be at their very best. I really, really hope to see them put on a really good show for us. Honestly,
yeah, and TZS has it in them to do really well, but they're just barely going to be scraping through.
They had a couple of rough weeks where they got a couple 40s, and they're 40 points placement, and the combination of that and them not being able to play last week, I think really just there's no margin for error for them at this point if they want that in top 8.
Yeah, they're the feeder to the fire.
Yeah, that as well.
Because Halcyon, they're 10 points off. They could upset Healthy Diet and switch spots really easily.
I think especially with Halcyon's performance in losers bracket, they had multiple convincing 3-0 sets above, or not convincing, I didn't watch them, but multiple 3-0 sets above their seed against, I think you said Duck Motif and Bet. That's who they fought in losers, I believe. And that makes it yes, the bracket. Thank you. Yeah. Look at the bottom there where Halcyon beats Duck Motif and Bet. That is incredible. Yeah. They had a great run, and I think it's very, very possible for them to get into that top 8 there.
Yeah. Well, in Healthy Diet, if they keep continuing to lose in losers round 1, they're not going to be able to maintain that position.
Mm-hmm.
They have to be making it a little farther. They don't have to make it that much farther to loser, but they can't lose round 1 and hold on to that 8th place position.
I think pretty much likely that.
Oh, sorry, go on.
I think it's likely that they're going to get farther this time because the top 5 teams, they definitely don't need to play this last week. So they could,
some are.
But the top 5 teams, they are or aren't?
I don't think some are.
I think some of them are going to be absent there last week, which does open, like you were saying, open up those high point positions for these teams. That's what we saw in the other week I was on. I think that was week 3 of the regular season, where Milky Way was not there, 5 was not there, Fofofo was not there, and so I don't think FD Win. No, FD Win might not have been there, but anyway, that opened up the top slots for other teams to get those 100 points. That's very important.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's only gonna be one team. So let's say hypothetically, let's go look at our 9 through 12, right? Most of them are off by almost 100 points. It's Sunset or Rain Dance, for example. The only way that they're getting into the top 8 is if they win.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I think the only 2 teams who have a shot at making it in are probably Halcyon and TCS, and they're just barely, right? Because the other point standings, they'd have to push real hard. And even for some, it might not be mathematically possible.
Yeah, I know DPS only did have 1 top 8, so they definitely have it in them, but I don't know if it's mathematically possible even especially if we have and I think it's very likely that some of these teams are going to show up, especially those lower ones Gourmet Race, Healthy Diet Food Groups, possibly they might show up and get out of the last hurrah in for that last week, and make sure to keep their place there in the top 10.
Yeah,
or not top 10, top 8.
If we scroll down, assuming DPS only wins, they would go up to 335. So assuming nothing else changes in the top 8, literally no one else in the top 8 shows up, they would get 6th if they won. So how realistic do we think
that would have to be a complete win?
Yeah, exactly. They would have to win.
Would that not land them 8th, right over Healthy Diet Food Groups?
Yeah, but like I said, that would be assuming that no one else in the top 8 showed up.
That's true.
So, how possible, how realistic do we think it is for anyone except Halcyon, TZS, and maybe 5
Well,
break
five's
into
not
that
in
top eight.
contention for the top 8 spots anymore either.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's right. They
I miss 5.
exploded.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I do think, like, if we're talking like generally in the realm of possibility, Halcyon and TCS are pretty much our only other contenders for those top 8 spots. And again, it's possible with a huge breakout win for those other teams, but they'd have to really show up and work at it.
It's gonna be a very interesting weekend, I think. I think
Yeah,
it'll be
very,
even
very much
tighter than what
so.
it was.
It's going to be different than the other weeks for sure. I'm really excited to see it because there's not going to be as many sweeps in the top 8 from like an FT win or a Milky Way. It's going to be a lot closer sets, I think.
We will be seated.
Yeah, and I think the atmosphere is also going to be really, really different, right? Because leading into this week, everyone was like, okay, we still have more opportunities, we have more chances, we can do more, but your window of opportunity is closing. It's almost done, right? Like you have, you're on the very edge. You're coming up to the final countdown. So,
Sorry.
So like that desperation is going to start slowly infecting the teams when they're playing. Like,
it's kind of like an overtime, but like for the entire tournament.
Yeah, where it's going
Like,
to be
you know how CCA is doing their last chance qualifier? I think it's this weekend as well. It's kind of like that, where it's like you guys are like, oh god, this is actually our last shot at getting points and making it in.
So like every mistake, every flaw, every minor slip up is going to feel more like cataclysmic to those teams, like that, like TZS and Halcyon in like the 9 and 10 positions, right? So part of the narrative going forward is going to be, can they keep it together for long enough to get enough points to get to the top 8?
Like, the overtime siren is stressful when it's blaring for those 20, 30 seconds you played the game in overtime for. These teams, especially those that make it to that are playing in that top 8, are going to basically be experiencing that for 8 hours. Yes. I do not envy them. I do not envy them one bit.
Oh, yeah.
This tournament, like we talked a lot about this when I was on stream with Nine and Cable, and then also Magic and Milana, but like, a long tournament. This thing is like 8 hours of commitment and work, even 8+ hours, I would say, just because even because it starts, especially for a lot of players that are in Eastern, it starts at 3 p.m. And so you are going late. Like I was on our broadcast, when we wrapped up and like did debrief, I got off mic at 12:45 a.m. Granted, that was the longest one that we've ever done. The last time I was off at about 11-ish p.m. But still, like, playing an entire ladder and then playing an entire double elimination bracket is exhausting. So like, I'm sure that as we're going into these last few ones, that these teams, a lot of them have gotten used to it. They're playing the required 5, have started, figuring out how to work at that stamina, but it's still a workout. Like, keeping our mental up for that is so hard.
Well, yeah, and so part of that comes as a player is realizing, oh, I need to not use my brain right now. Like, that's one of the things you can tell when a player gets really, really good by how much mental energy they use at the beginning of a tournament. If the team is still like super locked in and they're calming really hard and you can tell that they're really, really focused, they're probably a mediocre team. Like, but your FT wins, your Milky Ways, your Moonlights are probably just going through the motions. Because they've played in so many high situation tournaments, they've scrimmed together so much, they know that I'm just going to check the boxes and then I'm going to win the game and I'm going to go to the next set, right? They're not using a ton of excess mental energy. They're conserving that for later in the tournament, for when they need to get hyped, for when they need to put the wind back in the sails, right? And that's a skill that teams have had to build over the course of the tournament.
It's like
as a player, my team had to learn that in the first few weeks, we would play sets as fast as possible. We called it NA button league. We were spamming the A button as fast as possible. We were trying to get as many sets. Like, we got the TZS award in the first regular season. I was going to say, did you guys get the TZS award for most sets played? And We did get it at least once, but as we went on, we realized we were tiring ourselves out really fast. We definitely had to like chill out. And the 1 week that we did get top 8, well, we're DPS only, by the way. The 1 week that we did get top 8, we specifically took so many breaks. We took like 3 or 4 breaks to eat, or just like to fix our mental after a loss, or even after just 3 wins, just take a break real quick. That was a little hype. We had to just take more breaks, and that's what helped us get there in the end. We had a set that we got in the last minute, so we were like a little too many breaks, but that helped so much, and that's definitely what helps a lot. Like I see teams like FT when they're just done by the end of after like 2.5 hours, or a team what's it called? Free Flow, they weren't starting for the first half hour. You don't have to play those full 3 hours, especially since you're going to be playing 4 hours off and on in an hour after the ladder.
Yeah. The law of averages. If you are on average better than all of your opponents you're going to face, it shouldn't matter how long you're actually going to play. Because after a certain amount of time, whether that's an hour or 90 minutes or 2 hours, you're still going to float to the top. So you can take those breaks, you can be mentally refreshed, and you don't have to roll into top 8 looking like you just got off a football field, right? Like, it's okay.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Man. Dude, that format, I feel bad for any player that's in the NA League that has wrist problems, because good luck, soldier. That's all I have
I
to say.
developed wrist problems because of NA League.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Like, I've never had wrist or hand problems before this tournament. I don't know. Yeah.
Go get yourself a compression brace and some ice packs and rest.
Please,
and stretches.
I'm trying.
And stretches.
Stretches are...
There's the old Splatoon stretches graphic for hand stretches.
I have
That's
seen
that. Forever. It's a wonderful
sent me
graphic.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, utilize it. Your wrists are very important.
Unironically, though, the format is not hand wrist health friendly, and I hope we could find something nicer. Dude, I'm in wrist jail right now, so I can't play anyways. That being said, I'm kind of glad I am, because it saved me from whatever the hell the ladder format was. And then the bracket, if it ever came down to that. And I was like, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good. I'll wait till next time.
I wish they were playing it on 2 days, where they would do ladder on 1 day and then bracket on a second day. I understand why they don't do that, because then you have to bring everyone in for a second day, right? But yeah, it's just an endurance test that the Splatoon scene has never really seen before. Like, the closest you get is a LAN, but even when we're coming like at Riptide or LTC or events like that, you're never playing for 8 hours straight. You might be in the venue for 8 hours.
But you're playing for like max 2.5 hours if your sets go long straight, and then you're waiting until the next day.
If you get really unlucky, and you play a group stage into like a redemption or a silver bracket, you might play for like 4 hours. Maybe. But no, NA League said baby numbers. Let's pump those suckers up. Let's show these kids how to really play a tournament. Like,
which was insane. It was insane. I'm like, dude, this game is like really intense. Like, really intense as well. Like, you are doing a lot with your hand in all those 5 minutes, if it goes that far, and doing that for that many hours. If you didn't have wrist issues, you do now, honey. You do.
This game is, it's fast, it's button intensive, it's information and energy intensive as well. Like, there was a lot to take in. And I think that circles back to the point of like practicing the game so much and knowing the game and yourself and your teammates so much that you don't actively have to spend mental energy on it. And that you can, like Ray said, just go through the motions and be able to still play well. That's another thing that like my coaches and that have talked a lot about, like working on our team's commentary, and it's like communications, right? Our comms, and it's like, well, part of having better comms is having better mechanics so that you have the mental energy to devote to those comms. When I go on a break, like I am right now, and then I come back, sometimes I legitimately have to think about every time I charge up my Splat link when I'm just getting back from a break, because I don't have those habits and things of the game habitually ingrained into my mind. When it comes back, then I can devote time to saying, who's got special, where are my teammates, where are the enemies, where do we need to push? But you can't do all of that. I can't do all of that when I'm going, where am I on the map? I don't know what map this is, right?
Mhm.
You're defrosting.
Exactly, like Mariah Carey is right now.
Yeah.
That's
No.
that's one of the reasons why you see, like, if a team has an IGL, the IGL is generally going to be your anchor or your support player, right? Because all of that mental processing that they're using to call things out, to direct people to go, oh, wait, guys, we should probably not do this thing. They're all of that mental processing power, they can't use on mechanics, so they're staying away from the fight until they can opportunistically pop in and go, I'll take that kill, or here's some turf, or whatever the case may be, right? Like a frontliner who's IGLing isn't going to work.
It's
or at least not
very difficult.
long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is shot calling. That is how I've seen a lot of work. I think we have like a combination of our anchor and our support player making a lot of like the general calls and plays and stuff, and then our other two players are taking a lot of those like opportunistic fights, acting on a lot of that information. It's a good dynamic that we have.
Mm-hmm. Handing that role back and forth, like IGLing from one person to another, is so hard. Like I've been on a couple
so
of teams
difficult.
that have tried to do that, and it's like flipping back and forth, unless you're doing it between sets, right? It's so hard because when a frontliner is really keyed into a game, they get into this flow state, right? Where they're not really listening that much anymore. If you want to snap them out of it, you almost literally have to snap your fingers in front of their face in order to get to them. So when they start trying to listen to different people, it's just not going to work. Like that's why you have one person who generally IGLs, so they have one voice that they need to listen to, and it just makes it easy for everyone.
That's also why I like to work on keeping my comms not only direct, but also listing information in the most important or in a good order. I try to always go for location weapon details. So that, because like and that's how I want information to be communicated to me as well, because if I need to pay attention to something as the anchor player, I need the location first. Knowing what it is does not help me if I do not know where to look. Because, once I look and then I can see what's going on, or if I can't see what's going on, that also tells me something. And then, other information like, say somebody tells me like left stack carbon sharking, right? Left stack is the most important thing to know, so that I turn my attention there. And then I hear carbon. I hear that my teammate says there's a carbon. I don't see them. I then know, oh, they must be sharking. Something's up. Got to be careful. Maybe I throw like a point sensor if I'm playing heavy deco for the funnies, or I just, put out a bunch of turf because I play Splat, right? But getting the most information in the least time and words is very important.
And it's like communicating like that while under pressure is a crazy hard skill to actually train over time, because it requires so much focus during, like, no matter who you're scrimming. Like that's one of the reasons why when I was still actively competing, I really, really liked scrimming versus some lower level teams, because it allowed me to kind of take a step back from my mechanics and say, I trust that I'm not going to need to think about what buttons I'm pressing when, so I can use that time to develop the habits to go through the motions of how I want to call out on this stage, how I want to communicate to my team, how I can smooth, not micro, how like I can smooth my macro out, how I'm flowing through this stage, how I'm pushing, how I'm retaking, stuff like that. Right. And that's one thing where I feel like not enough people kind of value that almost extracurricular, I feel like is a good word to say, practice, where we're practicing things other than our ability to put reticle on enemy.
It's a point and click game. What are you talking about?
So
I
true.
think
so
that
true.
It's cool how you can there's actually a flow state for that sometimes, like in with the IGLing and stuff. I've just recently learned how to IGL. I've never done it before, but once or twice I've hit that flow state where it's both IGL and mechanics, and then that's just like the best I've ever played by far.
Guys, what does IGL stand for? I feel really out of the loop right now.
Okay, IGL it's a general gaming term. It stands for in-game leader. So it's
okay. Thank you. That's all. I got the gist of it. But
I forgot. Yeah, I recently learned their term too. It's all right. It's so much easier. You can reach a flow state like it where you're just like, this is what we're doing. This is what we're not doing. Jump back here. It's so much harder to get into a flow state of that compared to mechanics for sure.
Yeah. Well, and I think that it's really, really satisfying to IGL and shot call, because when you're in that flow state, a lot of times you're not actually telling your teammates what to do. You're telling your team where the enemies are, and they're just doing something with that information. Like there was a couple of times, there's an SOS that I distinctly remember that I played with Cherry Limeade. And it was like, I think we were in bracket, and literally all I did as IGL was just wait 30 seconds, go, okay, guys, it's time to go be better players. And then everyone ran forward. And that's all that IGLing was at that time. It was just literally me telling my team, it's time to go be better players. And they listened and they went and they did, and we won.
Whatever, go my scarabs.
Yes, exactly.
Go get a quad.
Yeah, well, and I think some people have the tendency to overcomplicate what IGLing actually is. It literally can just be that simple, where it's just, okay, guys, it's been 15 seconds. Let's go be better players now. Because a team moving as a team is going to be stronger than 3 people moving together or 2 people moving together, whatever that case is. If you just bring everyone to the same page in the notebook, so we're all looking at the same game plan, things just magically start working. And so many people overestimate how complicated that actually is.
Funnily enough,
I was scared to IGL at first, but then I tried it for the first time. And it really worked out. Yeah. What were you saying? Sorry.
I was just saying, like, my team kind of does the opposite thing. We're really working on our comms and cohesion as a team, and we all just get so deep into our own heads that we all go quiet, and there's just periods of silence when there really shouldn't be. And so one of our current most common call outs is just talk. Like, we have that one, and we also have team game, which is like, guys, like, focus back. It's just guys, focus back up. This is because it started for me sarcastically saying, like, this is a game designed as a team. Y'all can't go off and like shark on your own. We got to come back together.
You're not in solo queue.
Exactly, but it gets us back in that mindset of like, we're here, we're working together, and it works.
And that's one of the fun things. It's when teams come together and talk like that, it's really fun seeing what jokes come out of that, right? What internal things, like back when I was playing the game on Wahoo, there's the little crescent thing that's behind the mid wall. We call that banana.
Banana's kind of
banana.
No, that's really, I actually really like that. That's really good.
Like, we would go play in pickups for other things, and we would call banana out, and people would just be like, "What are you on about? What is going on?"
When I was playing, Flounder was a little more common. I used to call Trench Hell. That was my team's call.
Yeah, we call the bottom of Lemuria Hell, underneath the bridge on top.
Oh my god, you get it. You are so real.
Yes. I know that we don't have many like in-game like call out jokes, or no, we don't have any location jokes. We do have call out jokes. I say bees if we're all clumped up together and we need to scatter. Like if we're I know some team I know a team that says they're in like fireball formation if they're all too close together, because
that's cool.
I need to steal that, because that's whenever I coach teams, the single greatest mistake that every team makes that I have ever seen is they all clump up, and so they can all get annihilated by a single suction bomb.
Yeah,
So
a
it's
single
always
session bomb.
fun.
One of our 96 player has a clip of him getting 3 people in one Kraken charge, stuff like that. So yeah, fireball formation. You're too close up. Anything
I'm
AOE can take
stealing
you
that.
out. Okay.
I'm stealing that. That's mine now.
I'm taking bees. Bees is coming with me, dude.
I love bees. I use it on my team. It's awesome.
I'm taking that.
It's
Whoever
usually it's more like all of
bees.
Usually I'm telling them like all of you are on my spot. Go space. I have to be back here. Leave, shoo.
It's the anchor life. It's
the other call it is just guys. Like it's more usually it's in the first 30 seconds I go close to cooler and then I hear I'm dead and I go guys.
Wait, I do the same fucking thing.
Your
I do
first
the same exact thing.
Your first mistake was assuming that they would live long enough for cooler. That's another thing. Whenever I coach a team, especially pen teams, the pen
I'm a headed player. I can't get it in 13 seconds. I'm sorry. I get it in like 15, 17.
Well, yeah. So my point is even more reliable. Your pen is you're never going to be able to charge cooler faster than your frontliner is going to charge to their death. Stop trying to charge cooler before they charge to their death and help them avoid their death by fighting with them.
Period.
There.
Literally truth nuke.
So the only time where that's not a real possibility is where a frontliner has taken 6 months out of their life and just with a spray bottle, just every time the frontliner died, just hit them with a spray bottle. It just stop that.
Actually,
Stop that.
one of my sweet mates is a frontliner for another team. One of my sweet mates plays Octobrush. I feel like I could. Oh, I'm actually running to Walmart right after this. I think I might pick something up there.
New land idea just dropped. Riptide's gonna be awesome.
New land job. Under the volunteer positions, it's like spec cam operator, pool captain, stream runner, water bottle operator. And it's your job to go around to all the frontliners and just go, bad frontline.
Bad frontliner. Dude, the amount of times I play, I'm like, dude, is this even I'm gonna put you on a leash so I can hold you back. Do not die before you get what I'm giving you.
You know the picture of like the mom that has 2 toddlers on the child leashes and they're going like this trying to hold
Didn't Moonlight just make that?
Moonlight made one of 3 of them vibrating like this, and then Basil just going.
Sounds about right.
That tracks. No.
Yeah, I mean that's how a lot of teams operate. I feel like it's very funny.
My team has had to accept that our main front line is always going to die.
Post this one today. I wish I could one-shot people. I wish I could paint for myself. I wish I had a stronger special. Omega with all.
Hololive duck.
Yeah, Moonlight has the other one with like everybody shaking. And then they reposted one with Omega shaking at like much more than the others. Yeah, there's this one. And then scroll down a little bit. Amar's just like, Omega, why aren't you shaking at 4 times the speed of the others?
Omega's a creature, dude. That guy is a creature.
Omega is great. Omega the
I
goat.
love Omega.
Yeah.
Dude, I met them for the first time at Riptide. And it was just, it was like a random encounter. Hey man, how you doing? All right, see ya. Hey man.
I'm imagining this is like you walking through like tall grass in Pokemon games and just like a wild Omega appeared.
So the problem is that the problem is that Omega wouldn't be able to hide in the tall grass.
What are you talking about? You can shark anywhere.
So real, so true.
Even the grass.
Wow.
We underestimate the power Omega has.
Yeah, I'm short. You can't see me in the tall grass.
How tall are you?
I'm like 5'2" on a good day.
What? On a good day?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
real.
people meet me at lands and are like, man, I didn't think you were that short, but you are.
How tall is everyone? How tall are you people?
You literally
exactly.
I forget how tall you are. Oh yeah, I did see you in person. I forgot about that. No, I didn't. I did not forget about that.
You've seen me at least
Okay.
3 times, I'm pretty sure.
Race, you were literally in our room like 2 years ago, and I didn't get to see you as much this year, I think.
No, yeah,
That's
I
probably
was
why.
busy.
Yeah.
Believe it or not,
Dude,
running a
there's a lot.
120 team tournament over the course of a weekend takes a lot of time.
You don't.
You guys need to get
No,
paid.
I think you're just. I don't think that's true.
I'm gonna need
Yeah,
a
just
3-hour analysis on proof.
All
You
right,
see that
strap
tweet
in.
that's like Riptide TOs are the
Oh,
worst
man.
TOs ever because they haven't figured out how to make it happen every weekend.
I saw that. I think Bronze tweeted that, which honestly,
Yeah.
another Bronze banger.
Bronze's tweets are the best. I reference my Zipcaster calls me back to America like on a weekly basis,
That's funny as fuck.
if not more. Like that tweet and the tweet about the hateful orb from the blah blobber, I reference that one all the time. It's like, oh no, I'm at 20 HP. I better retreat so that I don't die out of nowhere and let my team down. The hateful orb, and it's one low res blah blobber orb. I don't think that's a Bronze tweet, but it is a really good one.
It's a funny tweet. But yeah, no, speaking of LANs and organizing LANs, there was a different Beep episode that I was on where I talked about
Ooh.
that. You should go watch that VOD.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Raise VOD? I just thumbed up to a non-existent camera. I gotta go.
I've been doing gestures the whole time as if I have a camera on too. Don't worry.
You gotta
Dude,
get hand
I
tracking
could've
on
had
the
my camera
models.
up, but my bed messy.
This is actually a really
I-
complex VTuber model that I made.
I could actually bring out my 3D VTuber and have hand tracking. If I really wanted to, I could bring her out. But I'm
That's
not.
insane.
Yeah, I could
Because-
steal my sister's leap motion because she actually has a 3D model, like a proper, like fully done. Well, it's done,
Those
but,
models
like,
impress me so much. But
I know.
did we say
Crazy.
everything we wanted to say about the NA League? I feel like
I'm
we
sure
did.
there's more to say, but
There's
like,
always more to say.
there's always more
Are
to
we
say.
here?
Like, how is Miner hitting those sloshes? How is he doing that? What are the
Miner this
what is-
week was insane.
What is he eating? What are they feeding him? Like,
Dude, I'm so mad because I think bro lost one of his plus statuses as well.
what?
Which was insane. Yeah. I think take it with a grain
Really?
of salt, but I heard he got demoted, and I was like, "How the fuck did we let that happen?" Miner, that dude right over there, that's hitting whatever, man.
Mr. Two people in one slosh multiple times on stream in the NA League? Like,
I know, right?
Both in the highlight reel. They both made it, and they're not even quads, bro.
they're just so good.
Mm-mm.
They're just so good.
Genuinely rigged, like, dude. Yeah, Miner's a chiller though. We love Miner in this house.
Yeah, I feel like the NA League has spoiled me so much in terms of individual play. Oh, speaking of, there's the first one that I was thinking of. I feel like NA League has spoiled me so much in individual plays, watching the top of the top, because I like go to other tournaments. And I'm like, where's my 9 kill streak that like the 1-3Z pulled on that museum game on week 3? Like,
Exactly.
yeah,
Oh,
no,
this was
it's-
last week. Yeah, they had a sub.
Oh, something that just
Yeah.
popped into my head. For some reason, last night, both Moonlight and who's the other team? Like two.
Are we talking about
good teams
SOS?
Oh.
Yeah, just actually showed up to
Was it
SOS.
Duck
and I'm like,
Motif?
why? Yeah. It was Duck Motif.
I didn't know Duck
Why?
Motif was there. I knew Moonlight won, right?
Yeah, Moonlight won, but Duck Motif got second. And I remember looking at the ping last night and going,
What?
why are they here? Why
There
is-
was
why
a
is-
tweet. There was showing Moonlight as the top seed, and the second seed was Moonlight's playing 7 billion question marks.
Yeah,
I saw that.
yeah, I saw that.
So not only are they playing in the NA League, Moonlight just decided to roll up to an SOS and just win it, just for funsies.
Yeah, fun fact, Purdue Splatoon Club usually runs during SOS, so they were actually absent from that. That's okay. I helped run the club that day. I set up all the Moonlight, Duck Motif. Where's Moonlight's playing? They started here.
You know
There's
what I wanna see?
Chunky. I know the people on Chunky Milk. Oh.
Ooh. Dude, I think like once the NA League is done, I hope we get to see more people in tournaments here and there. I would love to see like more high level action in tournaments because our majors we only have like a couple, maybe like once a month if we're lucky.
And Super Jump just
Array of
announced
months.
not too long ago, right? I'm pretty
You guys,
sure.
yeah. Do you
Was
guys remember Tassel? Like stuff like that, especially showcasing high level talent. You're look at me like that. It was I know it was like explosions and everything, but it was fun to watch and it was a really cool project. I don't wish that level of hand organizing stress on anybody, but it was an incredible production that I thoroughly enjoyed as a viewer and would be happy to see come back as long as, you know, the staff is living.
Yeah, because it's just really hard to justify tassels when we can't pay people, you know?
I know.
I'm gonna do some shit like, so go support IPL on Patreon and go watch our YouTube VODs and go subscribe to us on Twitch and all that fun stuff. Give us money so we can pay our staff, please.
Yeah.
And then we'll make tassels. I promise.
Friendly
Even
reminder
though I don't
that
have
like
the
most
authority
of
to
the
do that.
stuff you see in the community is volunteer work. Well, like
Yep.
the NA League is probably the one big thing happening this year. That and like Riptide, but like still a lot of people at Riptide are volunteers too, and lands and such. We do it for the love of the game. So let's be kind.
Please.
Yay!
Yeah.
Give your TOs and literally give anyone involved behind the scenes some love because they might just need it. They deserve it. Give them love and money. Give them your money.
I think that you should give all your TOs all of your money right now.
Yes, I agree.
My Ko-Fi or Coffee or however people pronounce it is under my same username if you want to give me money. And I'll draw you something because I do that.
Yeah. But yeah, no, the NA League is a notable exception to people are actually getting paid who are involved with it, which is awesome. And like I hope Nintendo America runs another one of these in another 6 months. I would hope so. If Nintendo did one of these in this one in the summer and one in the winter,
yes,
that would be literally the best thing ever. So like,
and you would also be able to catch a lot of the casual players that are in school and can play during the summer. Like the fact that I feel like we haven't talked enough about the fact that this reaches the casual audience, which is still just insane to me, because everything that we do in our little grassroots Splatoon community, with the possible exception of Riptide because it reaches people from other games, is within our little comp bubble of players. Because casual players, I know that I think Splatoon Stronghold or another large organization conducted a survey of casual players, and they were like, well, we don't really know where to find tournament streams and we don't really engage with the competitive community. And there's a whole lot of stuff being like, some people perceive the competitive community as like, you know, a little standoffish or unfriendly or just overall intimidating, and that's another issue that we have. But like the fact that gameplay from here and things that we are doing can reach the greater player base is something that we cannot take for granted. Oh, also, hi viewers from ProChara. Nice to see y'all. Thank you for the raid. Appreciate it.
Hi guys. We are so back. We are real. We are real.
Yeah, we have to keep talking now. I think we were winding down a little bit, but now we just have to keep talking. So
okay. You know what I want to see? I want to see Nintendo sponsor more events and like just more in-person events. If they don't run it themselves, I think sponsoring events, even the smaller events. We are having a lot of a local boom. I cannot I'm gonna explode with excitement. I love seeing all the lands show up. I know North Carolina is gonna have their first land in January. We have a bunch of our West Coast lands that it's so much investment to make land because people underestimate how much equipment goes into the game. But if you have the resources to make a LAN, do it. It's awesome. The community scrumptiously dumps it. That said, Nintendo, I think, involving themselves in having more in-person events, kind of like how Pokemon does them, would be so amazing.
Yes, exactly.
I'm not gonna say a ton because I don't think Nintendo would be very happy if I said a ton.
What?
Oh,
there's stuff. There's stuff that happens behind the scenes.
It's so great to have our beep here with 3 guests.
Yeah, I know.
Raises on.
Copyrighted now.
Yeah, the ninjas just descended from the ceiling.
Oh man, they got you. They got
yeah.
'em.
I'm more curious to know what you're saying when you kind of say sponsor. Like, what type of support would you want to see from Nintendo to make locals and lands maybe not easier to run, but more abundant?
Equipment, literally equipment. Please help us get
Mhm.
monitors. Please help us get docks, or even just like anything that help on production side as well. Just though equipment is such a big factor, and I think that is a lot of where the cost comes from. Granted, some
Mhm.
venues can get really expensive, but the equipment is just a huge hassle, and getting some help with that would be phenomenal. Or
Yeah.
if not, we'll take the money. So we can, or if we can pay our staff, that would be amazing as well.
Yeah, they're never giving you money.
Yeah.
Nintendo might someday in the future potentially decide to give equipment. Like, that's something that I could see being potentially real. But the problem is you're going to have to apply to get a license for that. And as far as I'm aware right now, not a single local is applying to get licenses.
Should we be doing that?
So, yes, you should be doing that.
Okay.
That's the thing
Right.
from last year that we were so scared about, right?
Correct. It was. I haven't stayed up multiple nights reading the licensing agreement and deciding where most of our events are legally on the spectrum of can and cannot run. Nope, that was some other guy.
Yeah, who would do that?
Yep, definitely not me.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh man.
No, I had that.
I know what. know what's happening tomorrow.
I had that conversation with Shiny probably like a month ago, where I was like, "Yeah, you guys probably need to start getting licenses soon, because
Yeah.
Sunset Surge is getting large enough where, like, the esports people at Nintendo already know you exist. That's already happened. There's nothing you can do
Yeah.
about that anymore. But the legal department will find out sooner or later. So might want to start crossing those T's and dotting those I's.
I will be talking to my fellow staff mates today. I will be doing that. Yeah, because the problem is even our low traffic event, we got record high numbers for the season we were in. We were kind of like, oh, buddy, I'm scared for what our next event is going to look like. So there'll be some talks. Yeah, we just upgraded our venue and that thing is getting full, which is crazy to think about.
Yeah.
And even with that, there's like a ton of regional servers and everything. I know personally I'm in the Midwest Splatoon server, and right now they're looking for organizers for a possible indie LAN. So like, if you have any interest at all in making something happen, like reach out. There might be other people. I think Arizona is looking to make something happen. You mentioned North Carolina. Nova is going to happen really soon. That's already like the ball is up and running on that one. And I'm very, very excited because Poplantis is also going to be there. And that's like a new thing with for Splatoon merch creators to come together and make it a lot easier for lands to have artist alleys there. There's a lot of innovation happening. I think if you haven't started following Poplantis, it's awesome.
Yeah. And like, don't forget all the West Coast locals.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I was just at Booyah Bay. There's SoCali. Then what's the Sea Battle was the other one I was thinking of. Like, locals are doing numbers.
And there's recurring ones too, like Shoals happens every month.
Like we've also started having like we've started kind of moving along. Like we consider Sunset Surge kind of like original at this point because we get people from neighboring states like crazy. And then we have our local. We just had Backyard Brawl because we're like, I think we have to split this up because it's original.
Sorry, Backyard Brawl doesn't sound Splatoon related at all. It just kind of sounds like you're putting everybody into a giant ring and having them beat each other up.
We're literally in one of our TO's backyards.
Splatoon Twitter.
Playing a 4v4, like playing with 4 teams. That is literally what we're doing, and you can brawl on the side. Like we'll probably make a ring. We got you. No worries.
Oh no.
But TLDR, go to your local. If you go to your local,
I'm going to for the first time.
Yeah.
Don't Flounder at the Function is the first one that's close enough for me. I'm so excited. I've been waiting. The past like 2 or 3 years, I've been trying to find one. I finally can.
Oh, dude. Dark,
That's
my
awesome.
beloved. He's my buddy. He's the head TO for the thing. You're gonna have fun. That guy's a vibe. Bro's got a really good team. They're gonna do great. I hope you have fun.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Locals are
I think
awesome.
that's the moral of this beep. Go to your local LAN. Go support your local events, your TOs, and anybody that's making these events happen.
Period.
True.
And more Splatoon. We love more Splatoon. Well, it looks like we're about to reach our 2-hour mark. Should we begin winding down, methinks?
Yeah.
And the yapping session has been prosperous. Now it is time to adjourn.
Court is adjourned.
All right. Well, I guess if we want to plug, we can go and order the screen. Fufu, do you have anything you want to yap about or plug at the end here?
One, as I've said, go to your locals, support your locals. I cannot stress that enough. Show your love. And it's been amazing talking with you guys. You guys are all absolute vibes. That said, you guys can find me at @SplatFufu on both Blue Sky and Twitter, where I will actually be commentating a couple events these upcoming weeks. You'll see me in Nintendo Q Finals and Super Jump and the CC Finals. So do find me there. It's called the 3-for-1 special. Gator, where can the people find you?
You got a lot of things coming up, and so do I. You can find me at cater.inkling.social. That's the IPL domain. On Blue Sky, cater_ on Twitter. And I will be commentating Shark Tank this coming weekend, I believe. Also possibly CCA, depending on my availability. So you can find me yapping there. As for VODs, you can find me on the Splatoon 3 North American League VOD from last week, as well as a couple weeks before that. And you can also find me on the show doing some trivia.
Yeah. You can find me at raistbh.bsky.social on Blue Sky. My Twitter technically exists, but I don't check it anymore.
Yeah.
I don't have any other appearances planned, unlike my prestigious panel mates, so unlucky.
That's still okay. You're as great as the rest of us.
We love raids in this house.
Even though you're not here.
True. The ninjas think came
Sorry.
in, but
Sometimes it's like we can still hear his voice.
You can find me at Splatroid on most socials and at bluesky.com. And I want to plug the highlight reels that I've been doing for NA League. I will still be doing that, and I'm going to make a montage with that footage of NA League, maybe more than one, after I get back from a trip. Hopefully before the playoffs, that will be on my channel as well, and I'll also be playing on in NA League this coming week for the last ladder week.
All right, cheering for y'all. Absolutely huge. Well, thank you everybody for coming out. Thank you to CKK, our wonderful host behind the scenes, who's been making this whole stream
CKK,
happen. Our goat, indeed. I think his mic is broken, so he can't come and yap with us right now. But show CKK some love in the chat as we head out tonight. Thank you all for tuning in and watching. Have a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, whatever time zone you're in. Check back with us next time.